life at Swallows since you are?
Thank you very much. Firstly, I must be grateful to the chairman, for giving me the opportunity to be part of Swallows team because when I came in at first, my intention wasn't to sign, but as time goes on, while waiting, I thought, okay, it's wise enough for me to, get playing and wait for whatever thing that comes up next. So far, it's been good. Um, it's not an easy, but at least I think I've been on my best behavior to make sure that I do the job that I've been signed for.
Daniel, you're coming against the Kaizer Chiefs that is probably not at its best right now. You've been in that other camp and now you are in this camp. How does then Daniel get to be of assistance to the current squad, especially players, looking at what what happens on the other side, bring it aside?
I think it's gonna be one of the toughest games to play because considering that Chiefs has been kind of a bit struggling with results, and every game for them now is going to be like a cup final. So the entire team of Swallows is expecting that, not just for me, I think the coaches as well, they are all expecting that. But so far we've been putting our onions together, on the field in every session that we have to make sure that we come out good in that game on Sunday. I'm sure there is a lot of pressure in the camp of Yamakosi right now to get a result, and this is more like to them another derby, and I'm sure they're not willing to afford to just give it away like that. So we're expecting a tough one, and we're actually preparing tough for it.
Daniel, when you come up against your former team, whether it's Chiefs, whether it's Chippa United, as a player, do you feel that added motivation to perform well, almost to say you made a mistake by letting me go, or is it just you just see it as a normal game?
Obviously, I see it as a normal game because the thing is that every team in the PSL is important, and every team wants 3 points. So the most important thing is for you to get 3 points. So playing against Chiefs or playing against Chippa, it's more like I'm playing against Polokwane City or I'm playing against Pirate.
Daniel, I'm looking at this day here. I wonder if you guys, your other players have seen so many media people attending your training session, Swallows having a media open day. How does it feel to you to see that DSTV has brought media into your training space for the first time since you are here, I think?
Obviously, you're all professional players, so one way or the other, they must have seen a lot of media offices like this, approaching their section. But to be quite honest, I think this is the first time I'm seeing a large media crew, coming for Swallows, before Chiefs game, because I know last season there was no such a thing. But now it has happened. I think that also will give them confidence that they're important as well, to this game that is coming up. And this is also important for their career to face such a time like this, to expose them to such an environment. It makes them, I'm sure they are grateful and they feel important.
I'll tell you why this whole thing happens. Swallows is known to have passionate fans. They might not be in big numbers, but this campaign is around the fans. I'm a fan days where fans win money and all of that. Such things for Swallows fans, having a home match where a whole league sponsor comes on board and gives goodies to your fans, whether it's a Kaizer Chiefs fan or a Swallows fan who's going to win. How much of an influence does a packed stadium play for an Akpeyi and his squad when you're looking at how Swallows has been doing at home?
I really wish I'm on the fan side for now, so that I can win those goodies as well.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, I tell you. You can cover my bonus for a long time. But unfortunately, I can be on the stands now. I have to be on the field. I think for me personally, I don't know of the other players, but I'm sure they are also expecting that we are hopeful to always have packed stadiums, fans coming in their numbers to actually, support the team play, because that gives you confidence to want to play, and that boosts, whatever that you've been working on training, you want to put it out there for everyone to see. But it's unfortunate that we don't usually have such, magnitude of fans, coming to watch all our games. But it's another opportunity for those who probably haven't experienced it, for them to actually feel the atmosphere, and hopefully they're going to be confident in it.
Daniel, when you that training with Greg Itafe, how important was that? Because at the time you didn't have a team. Every day you woke up, you were motivated, you went there, put in the sessions. Just that motivation in doing that, and how important was that in you actually getting this contract? Because when it came, it found you ready.
I must be very grateful to Coach Greg Itafe, giving me his time, and his wisdom and his knowledge, regarding when such situation happens, how to be able to stand and get ready for whenever anything is going to show up. Because it wasn't that easy for me, because every time you expect something to happen, it's not happening. You still have to wake up in the morning and pick up your gloves and go for a personal training, and it wasn't easy. But then I have to put all my emotion into the training and to make sure that I get myself prepared, when things is going to happen. Unfortunately, it took longer than I expected, but then again, I'm grateful for where I am. Like I said, Swallows wasn't the plan, but I'm grateful for the chairman, grateful to the chairman for giving me the opportunity to be part of the team and to just enjoy what I love doing.
Daniel, add on to that, how far would you say you are in terms of your performance? And I was also listening to what Ida Petersai was saying, that Nigeria has a goalkeeper crisis. So in terms of where you are in terms of your performance, would you say that you're also still aspiring to regain your number one spot in the Nigerian team?
I think I'm better than yesterday. Today is better than yesterday. It's just waiting for the opportunity, to be part of the team again.
Daniel, is there a challenge in finding a team after leaving Chiefs? Not only Chiefs, I can imagine Sundowns Pirates, because you come from a big club. Naturally, the thinking behind it is that there's big wages, there's demands. So it takes a bit of time, some longer than others. But is there like a difficulty, or does it make it easier coming from a big team when going to your next team?
I think it's a challenge. It's difficult because what I expected is not what I got when I got to some places. It was shocking to me, that things were not even 50% different. It was a lot different, not just financially, a whole lot of structure wise, environment, things were a lot different. So it takes time for you to adjust, but I'm grateful to God that when I started, I just need to understand that I'm in this environment now. I just need to work wherever that is being offered to me at this point in time.
Is that because of how high the standard is at Chiefs? I mean, the facilities, the professionalism, the fans. Is that the adjustment that you speak about? Maybe other clubs don't have that environment. They don't have those facilities, and it's a big adjustment for you as a player.
Credit to Chiefs. They've been able to sustain their structure, and the institution to where it is, without dropping the standards. But in some other places, the situation are different. Things happen and people break out. Maybe there's no sponsors and all of that. But credit to Chiefs that they've been able to work that out to make sure that they sustain that. So I wouldn't blame other teams for things not happening the same way. But so far, every team is trying to step up one way or the other.
Daniel, I'm just going to take it back to the continent, back home. I'm looking at the Super Eagles, how they started their qualifiers. I mean, they've drawn 2, of 10 in terms of when they start. I mean, they've drawn against Lesotho and they've drawn against Zimbabwe. What do you think could be the problem with the Super Eagles? Because I can tell you that it's sparking some panic somewhere.
I'll just give you a little example in Qatar. Argentina never did well for Nigeria, but they ended up winning. So yes, football has changed. No team is underdog. Everybody is stepping up, year after year. So I must say that at this time we need to understand that aspect of the game, and not because you have all the players playing in Europe and you expect to just knock everybody down. You don't have to get 3 points in the hotel room. You have to get 3 points on the field. and that is what we're not able to do. But I'm sure that the coach already sort out, where it needs to be fixed and all of that. I wish solemnly believe that he's working on that to make sure that the team comes stronger when the next game kick off.
Just like we have, Nigeria and South Africa in the same group right now. With all the other countries. John Obi Mikel says the rivalry between South Africa and Nigeria will never end, and this time it will be who wants it most in terms of qualifying for the World Cup out of this group and making it into the other group stages. How do you then view that, looking at you being in South Africa and having watched Nigerians play and South Africans play?
Yeah, I think I agree with Obi Mikel 100% regarding it's about who wanted more, because the Bafana and the Super Eagles, they've been rival for years now. And the thing is, I know that South African players, they are very good technically, and that is what we should look up to. And I can tell that if the players have a good environment to play, like in South Africa, because sadly when they went to Zim, wherever they played that game, I think I saw the field, which is not that good. And sometimes you blame the European players for not doing well, but you don't consider the facilities where they play. And sometimes it would be a great opportunity for them to come to Bafana, to South Africa, have a good run. Because of the facilities they have to play in, which obviously going to be more or less like the European standard.
And I've heard that Vincent Enyema has been called up to be the goalkeeper coach for the Nigerian team. Would you say that's also added motivation for all Nigerian goalkeepers all around the world to make it a point that they perform so that they can also be selected for the national team?
To be quite honest, I don't know if that is official yet, but if it is, I think it's a good boost for the team, because we actually been looking forward to where the internationals who did very well for the team come back to the team and lead the team, because they will know the things and they will know the right thing to do, rather than just bringing anybody into the team for the sake of okay, I'll keep that, but then it will be a good boost for the team.
Thank you, Daniel.